Hi, Felonious Mopri, and as we're heading towards the elections in October, just a couple of weeks away now, something that the media is not talking about, and besides blackface and all the other embarrassing things Trudeau's done, it's the economy. The economy under Trudeau has been totally horrific. These are some of the latest figures coming out. And they're not good. They're just simply not good. We'll start off with the raw material prices, and that includes things like oil and all our timber and all that other stuff that we sell as unfinished goods, and they took a minus 6% hit, and that's going on top of a minus 8.9% previously to that. So the raw material prices for August have dropped considerably, and if you expand that to a whole year, man, you're looking at 20% drop. I mean, obviously this is 1 month and not the whole year, but I mean, that's not good. Now we're going to go over to GDP numbers, and of course this is now for July. GDP numbers are coming in at a big fat 0. So we almost had no rise in our economy. Even though our population has increased, there's no rise in our economy. That is really, really something. Let's just expand on GDP a little bit. And the media's not covering this, eh? The media's not saying anything. All right, so we have why this flat GDP? Well, industrial production has dropped considerably. Our manufacturing production has dropped as well. I mean, there's not very many good numbers here, except we have internet speed that's increasing. That's terrific. Steel production is dropping, and I'm going to tell you right now, steel production is going to take a big hit in the future, huge hit. We have mining production dropping. Let's just focus in on mining a little bit and see what a terrible year this is. Let's get that up here a little bit. Yeah, this is for the year. It's really, really just tumbled right off the table, hasn't it? All right, so we have a couple more figures here, just to add to the gloom. This is the Justin Trudeau gloom, and that is manufacturing. Look at this. I mean, there is more negative than there is positive here. For the year, we really, really are losing our manufacturing. Going to get right down to a couple more points here. This is a funny one. Corruption ranking. with S&C Lavalin and all that stuff, our corruption index is actually the lowest. What, are you kidding me? Anyway, that's kind of funny actually. But our competitive ranking has dropped, and it's dropped under Trudeau quite a bit. Ease of doing business. Of course, Trudeau is doing what every good socialist government does and puts in a ton of regulations. Kind of Obama did before he left office. He put in hundreds and hundreds of regulations, and the good thing about the United States is that they have he did that by executive order. Obama did that, and Trump can undo it with executive order. So he undid the damage relatively quickly. We can't do that here. Okay, ease of doing business. Like we just cannot just rewrite stuff like they can do in the United States. This is going to take time to deregulate and get our economy back in action. Another thing that is really terrible is the crude oil rigs. Remember, these numbers are for summer. We should be at the highest level in summer, right? And they're not. I mean, this is the last few months. The oil industry has just taken a huge hit. You want to see how big a hit? Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back 10 years so you see a better graph. All right. This is essentially before Trudeau. From here to the left is before Trudeau, and this is since Trudeau. This is our number one industry, folks. This is our number one export. And look at this. It's just sliding right off the table. Come winter time, maybe we'll have 50 oil rigs going. You can't sell something if you don't produce it, right? And this is, again, our number one export, and this is what we're doing to it. It's incredible. Just incredible. Let's go over to the government. And the reason why, we're going to do it past it. All right. Look at this number. This is the debt the government has acquired. All right. Now, I mean, every government is acquiring debt, but not at, I mean, this is phenomenal rate. The spending by this government is incredible. Look at the spending. A new high, right? Look at this. It's an absolute new high. And of course, next output, next publication will be even higher, because there's no end in sight. Look at our government debt. I don't know if you can see that down here. Look at our government debt. It's the highest level ever. These are the highest level, and this is the lowest level. Look at this number. We're never going to pay this back. We're going to take decades to pay this off. I mean, what Trudeau has done to us is basically for the next 20 years, we're just going to have very little growth at all. Most of our money that we're going to have is going to be paying off the debt. I'm talking about, like, these are revenues from the Trudeau. Look at, he instituted new taxation, which means we spend less, we have less, right? That's what it means, and it's just a huge. This is just this year, but I mean, this is going to tail off too as you know, economic figures start to really make an impact in real people's lives. People are going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose their ability to spend. And that's what keeps an economy going. Trudeau can't stop spending. The revenue is going to slip. I mean, he's got the highest. This was just in January, this number right here. And it's already starting to drop. And as more and more people start losing their jobs, the revenue is just going to continue to slip. This has been proven over and over again. How many times are we going to make this mistake? And the thing is, we can't afford it anymore. If we don't straighten out our economy, we're going to be Venezuela. And I honestly, truly believe that if even if a minority government comes out of this, right, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. We need a majority conservative government to turn this around. And I don't know if we're even going to get that. Anyway, so that's it for now. I guess I'll be seeing you at the breadline at some point. Take care.